How do you ensure your young puppy grows up to be a confident and well-adjusted adult dog? Which experiences are the most critical during those first few months of life? And have you ever wondered if you are doing enough to prevent future behavioral issues like fear or aggression? Hi, welcome back to Paw and Order. My name is Carl, and I am going to teach you everything you need to know about socializing your young dog today. Socialization is not just about meeting other dogs, it is about introducing your pet to the world in a way that feels safe and fun. We are going to dive deep into simple but effective steps that will transform your puppy into a social superstar. This process is all about building trust and showing your dog that new things are nothing to be afraid of. Let's get started on this journey together, because a social dog is a happy dog, and a happy dog makes for a very happy owner. The first step is understanding the golden window of socialization, which usually happens between 3 and 16 weeks of age. During this time, your puppy is like a little sponge, soaking up every sight, sound, and smell they encounter. If you have just brought your puppy home, you might feel a bit overwhelmed, but don't worry. The key is to keep things positive. You want to expose them to different floor textures like carpet, tile, grass, and even crunchy leaves. Have you noticed how a puppy might hesitate before stepping on a cold floor? That is because it is a brand new sensation for them. By rewarding them with a small treat every time they explore a new surface, you are teaching them that exploration leads to good things. This builds a foundation of bravery that will last a lifetime. Make sure you are moving at their pace. If they seem scared, back off a little, and try again later with more encouragement and smaller steps. Next, we need to talk about meeting new people, which is a huge part of a dog's life. It is important that your dog meets people of all shapes, sizes, and outfits. Have you ever seen a dog bark at someone wearing a big floppy hat or a heavy coat? That is often because they weren't exposed to those items as a puppy. You should invite friends over and ask them to wear different things like sunglasses, hoods, or even carry umbrellas. Encourage your friends to drop treats on the ground, rather than reaching directly over the puppy's head, which can be intimidating. This teaches the dog that strangers are treat dispensers and nothing to fear. Which person in your life can help you with this? Maybe a neighbor or a family member can stop by. The goal is to make every human interaction a win for your puppy. Remember to tell your guests not to crowd the puppy, let the puppy approach them when they feel curious and ready. Sound desensitization is another step in our socialization journey. Our world is very noisy, and things like vacuum cleaners, hair dryers, and thunder can be terrifying for a young dog. How can you help them stay calm? Start by playing recorded sounds of these things at a very low volume, while your puppy is eating or playing with a favorite toy. This creates a positive association with the noise. Gradually, over several days, you can turn the volume up just a little bit at a time. If your puppy stops eating or looks worried, the volume is too high. You want them to barely notice the sound or, better yet, look at you for a treat when they hear it. This simple step prevents noise phobias later in life. Imagine how much easier your life will be if your dog sleeps through a thunderstorm or a firework display. It takes patience, but the long-term benefits for your dog's mental health are absolutely worth the extra effort. Let's discuss the importance of puppy watching in public spaces. You don't always have to interact with everything you see. Sometimes, just watching the world go by is the best lesson. Take your puppy to a park or sit outside a grocery store at a safe distance. Let them sit on a blanket and just observe cars driving by, kids playing, and bicycles zooming past. Which environment seems the most interesting to them? Watch their body language closely. If their ears are forward and they are wagging their tail, they are doing great. If they try to hide behind your legs, move further away until they feel safe again. This teaches them that the world is a busy place, but they are safe with you. It builds focus and prevents them from becoming reactive or overexcited every time they see something moving. This calm observation is a superpower for a well-behaved dog, and is a step many owners unfortunately skip. Proper dog-to-dog interaction is often what people think of first, but it must be done carefully. Not every dog is a good teacher for a puppy. You want to find neutral, adult dogs who are calm and won't bully your young pet. Have you found a friend with a gentle, older dog? A bad experience with a mean dog early on can cause a lifetime of fear. Avoid dog parks for now, as they can be chaotic and unpredictable. Instead, set up one-on-one playdates in a fenced yard. Monitor the play carefully. If the puppy gets too rowdy, the older dog might give a small growl or a correction. This is actually good as it teaches puppy manners. However, if the puppy looks overwhelmed, step in and give them a break. You want them to learn that other dogs are friends, but also that they have boundaries. Simple, controlled meetings are much better than big, messy groups, where things can go wrong quickly. Handling and grooming are essential skills that every young dog needs to learn to love. Think about it, throughout their life, they will need to have their paws touched, their ears cleaned, and their teeth brushed. How would you feel if a giant tried to clip your nails, and you didn't know why? To make this easy, start by gently touching your puppy's paws while they are relaxing. Give them a tiny treat for every toe you touch. Move on to looking inside their ears, and lifting their lips to see their teeth. This makes vet visits and grooming appointments stress-free. If you do this every day for just 5 minutes, your vet will thank you, and your dog won't be traumatized by basic care. It is all about making handling synonymous with snacks. Which part of your dog is the most sensitive? Focus on that area slowly, and with lots of praise, to ensure they become comfortable with being touched everywhere. The next step focuses on vehicle travel and car rides. For many dogs, the only time they go in a car is to go to the vet, which can create a lot of anxiety. We want to change that. Start by just sitting in a parked car with your puppy, and giving them treats. Once they are happy there, turn the engine on, but don't go anywhere. Next, take a very short drive, just around the block, and come right back home for a play session. This teaches them that the car leads to fun places, not just the doctor. Which park is close enough for a 5-minute drive? By making car rides a regular, low-stress part of life, you prevent motion sickness and whining. Always use a harness or a crate for safety. A dog that loves the car is a dog you can take on vacations and adventures, making your bond even stronger as you explore the world together. Introduction to different gear is a simple but unique step. Dogs aren't born knowing what a leash, a harness, or a winter coat is. Have you ever put a sweater on a dog and watched them freeze in place like a statue? That is because the sensation is weird to them. Let your puppy sniff these items on the floor first. Put the harness on for just a few minutes during mealtime, so they associate the feeling of the straps with the delicious taste of their dinner. Gradually increase the time they wear it. The same goes for the leash. Let them drag it around the house under your supervision, so they get used to the weight. By the time you go for your first real walk, the gear won't be a distraction or a source of fear. It becomes just another part of their daily routine, allowing them to focus on the environment and your cues instead of the strange thing wrapped around their body. We must also talk about the alone time, socialization. It sounds like the opposite of socializing, but learning to be happy alone is a social skill. Dogs are social pack animals, and they can get very upset when we leave. How can you prevent separation anxiety? Start by leaving your puppy in a safe area or a crate, with a high-value chew toy for just 2 minutes. Go to another room, where they can't see you. Come back before they start to cry, and reward their silence. Slowly increase the time you are away. This teaches them that you always come back, and that being alone is a great time for a nap or a snack. Which room in your house is the quietest for this? Teaching independence early is one of the greatest gifts you can give your dog. It ensures they stay calm and relaxed, even when you have to go to work or run errands, preventing destructive behavior and stress. Another step on our list is exploring water and different weather conditions. Don't wait for a rainy day to find out your dog is terrified of the wet ground. Which type of weather does your puppy experience most? If you have a kiddie pool, put an inch of water in it, and toss some floating toys inside. Let them investigate at their own pace. If it rains, go for a tiny walk and have a rain party with treats. The goal is to show them that being wet or feeling the wind isn't a big deal. Many dogs grow up refusing to go outside in the rain, which makes potty training very difficult. By socializing them to different weather early on, you save yourself a lot of trouble later. Use a towel to dry them off in a fun, playful way afterward, making the after bath or after rain routine a bonding experience they look forward to rather than something they dread. Objects that move are a specific category of socialization that needs your attention. This includes things like skateboards, strollers, trash cans on wheels, and even vacuum cleaners. Have you noticed your dog staring intensely at a rolling suitcase? These things move in ways that can seem alien to a dog. To socialize them, keep the object still at first, and let the puppy sniff it. Then, have someone move it slowly at a distance, while you feed your puppy treats. We want the puppy to think, "Oh, the skateboard is moving, that means I get a cookie." This prevents them from chasing or barking at moving objects when they get older. It turns a potential prey drive, trigger or fear trigger into a neutral or positive event. Always keep the leash loose and your voice happy. If they can stay calm while a bicycle passes by, you have successfully mastered this passage of socialization. Another step is the concept of novelty challenges. This is a fun game, where you bring home a weird object every day. It could be a cardboard box, a plastic bottle, a yoga ball, or a laundry basket. How does your dog react to something new in their space? Place the object in the middle of the room, and let the puppy discover it. Don't force them to go near it. When they sniff it, praise them. You can even hide treats inside a box for them to find. This builds problem-solving skills and general confidence. A dog that is used to seeing new, weird things in their home will be much less likely to freak out when they see something strange in the real world. It turns them into an optimist, a dog who thinks, "Hey, what's that new thing? I bet it's something fun," instead of a pessimist who thinks every new thing is a threat. The penultimate step is visiting friendly places that aren't the vet. Many pet stores, hardware stores, and outdoor cafes are dog-friendly. Which store near you allows pets? These are great, controlled environments for socialization. The floors are usually different, the smells are intense, and there are many people to see. Keep your visits short, maybe just 10 minutes. Walk through an aisle, let them see a shelf, and leave on a high note. This gives your dog a job and mental stimulation. It also practices their leash walking in a place with more distractions than your living room, but less chaos than a busy street corner. Always bring your best treats for these outings. The more positive experiences they have in various buildings, the more adaptable they will be when you want to take them with you on errands or trips as they grow up. Finally, we conclude with the most important part of all, patience and observation. You are your dog's advocate and best friend. Have you been watching for signs of tiredness? Socialization is exhausting for a puppy's brain. After a big session of meeting people or seeing new things, they need a long nap to process everything. If your puppy becomes nippy or zoomy, they are likely overstimulated and need a break. Socialization is a marathon, not a sprint. You don't need to do everything in one day. Spread these passages out over weeks and months. Your goal is a lifetime of confidence, not a week of stress. If you stay consistent, kind, and observant, you will have a dog that can go anywhere and do anything with you. Thank you for joining me at Paw and Order. My name is Carl, and I'm so proud of the work you're doing with your young dog. Keep it simple, keep it fun, and keep on training.